You know what I hate?
What?
Apple Music not asking me when they're gonna take my money and just taking it on the day.
Not even just Apple Music, just Apple in general. I'm like, what subscription cost that?
There's some subscriptions.
Sometimes I feel like you guys are lying to me or taking extra money.
I think so too, because why am I seeing two $15?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean $34.99 and then
$34.99 is crazy. What do you get for $34.99?
Do you know what it is? It's I use CapCut Pro.
Okay, but
and
that's
then also
like $14.
CapCut Pro. That's $14, right?
Uh-huh.
And then there was another one that I have. I have two apps that I have that I pay. What's the $20 one? That's the crazy one.
$20
Canva. I have to use Canva.
I've never paid for Canva. I always had, a sponsor from whoever has a Canva.
That's me with Netflix. What do you mean? Why am I getting angry that someone didn't pay their bill this month?
I'll be texting you.
I'm like, what do you mean, bro? It's so cheap, this person.
But I remember one time, I think I was watching Disney Plus. It got, that person didn't pay for it so much that it logged me out and it didn't even let me press Moana, if I wanted to. Because, it's so far deep.
Does it say like that? That text, this video is unavailable?
Mind you.
Do you know how many times I refreshed? I was like, maybe I have to exit and come back.
Mind you, I got this account from my cousin who got it from this girl who doesn't know that her account has been passed to the community.
That's the
So I can't
funniest
message
part.
her.
Sometimes it's like, who's Hassan? I don't know, but I'm gonna log in. I don't know who he is, but I'm gonna log in. You know what I mean? I'm like, sis, what? I'll message my sister.
Right.
She's sending me some random thing.
But those people deserve an award.
Yeah, thank you very much for holding it down for all of us. Love you guys so much.
Let me send this. Wait, we're already starting.
I want this in the episode, actually.
Yeah?
This part, that was just,
I'm chilling. Chilling.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Wintana, and I'm back with another episode of the Bittersweet podcast. And this week, we have a guest that I've been wanting to have for so long, guys. So long, but I can't catch her. She's here, she's there. She flies around the country. What? She flies outside the country. We have Miss Influencer, content creator, 2025 Amari nominee, all-time, all-round baddie. Nyapal is in the studio.
I like that.
AKA Simply Nyapal. Get it together.
Why did you eat with that?
You like that?
I like that.
That's how you should be telling people who you are. There should be a drum roll every time you walk in.
Wow.
Model, actually. What did I say? Model. Did I say model?
I heard model.
I said it.
But sometimes, when you just say stuff.
You say content creator, you say all these things. But guys, she's a model. First and foremost, she's a model. And you can see just the way she came in today. She's just giving me wispy eyes, the fresh, the clear skin, the hair is eating. How are you?
I'm shy.
Don't be.
You can't
this is your space. We're gonna have a good chat today.
I just want to say, thank you for this couch.
You like it?
I love it. Can I put it in my back seat?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so happy you made it.
I'm happy I made it too.
Last time I was trying to talk to you, you were in New York. Remember we were trying to make it happen?
And then you were going to say you were going to come to New York. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
You came back. I said, I'll just get her when she's here.
Yeah, definitely. Did I message you or did we meet at
an
event?
we bumped into each other at the pre-Amari.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And
I was so serious and I was just like, give me a date and a time.
And I loved it. And I was like, yeah, done.
And here we are.
Here we are. How's everything going?
Everything is great. I'm just chilling.
There's so much I want to get into with you, and I feel like we had a whole chat off camera.
Yeah. You know when someone asks you how are you?
Yeah.
And then you obviously get into details.
Yeah.
My mind just went blank just then.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
I always say good. Yeah, I'm good. Because how much do you want to know? Do you know what I mean? How much do you want to know?
That's my next question to you.
Yeah. We're on a podcast. I want to know today. How are you? How are you really?
I am good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, life has been a little rough.
Really?
Just in a sense of recent family loss and stuff like that. It's been a lot, not on me, but I know my community as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that has been a lot. So obviously grieving.
Yeah.
You grieve in so many different ways.
Yeah.
But I think no one really knows that I'm grieving because the way that I grieve, I just look normal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But you're processing everything on your...
Yeah. And it would just randomly just hit one day yep, So I'll probably have a day where I'll just randomly cry, but that's just like I have to, because my brain takes a minute to like process things, like when stuff like that happen. So, but I feel like now, like the last month has been a lot.
Yeah.
With like in a sense of like grieving and stuff like that. But I feel like now I'm kind of maybe in the like accepting phase and just figuring out what I want to do next, how I'm going to move forward and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
Was it a family member for you or a community member?
Yes, it was a family member for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Appreciate it. But yeah, so here we are. I feel like I have control. I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's hard. Like when my grandma passed away, it's been like, it's crazy how time flies too. Because now it's been a year and a half. And it was like you go through so many stages. I feel like for me, I'm someone that like I was going through like shock for a while, or like not even, it's like it happened, but you still haven't like realized it happened. Do you know what I mean? And then you're just sitting there and then you're shocked and then you get emotional and then you go through like, it's like numb. I don't really know how to describe it. And you just keep going.
I understand.
And for me during that time, it was like the only people that I could be around was my family. Like I just couldn't sit down with other people. I wanted to just be with my family. And then it's a very weird experience. Yeah.
I understand that, because I feel like only now, like obviously I agree, when this whole situation happened, I was only speaking to my family and then my very close like besties.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, but now I'm able to talk about it because I've healed in some way. Because if you ask me how are you before, I'll just cry. Like, don't ask me are you okay, I'll cry. Like anything that you would ask me, I would literally just cry. But I'm finally like processing it, which is good. But
very good. And it takes time. I think it's one of those things that like, and it's different for everybody. It looks different for everyone. So like,
definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, sis.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of looking different on everybody, I think people didn't realize like what I was going through because of what I was like showing.
And so
like my outlet, I guess, in finding out how I was grieving was like literally just posting content. Like, because that's what I felt like I had control in. So there was a video up every couple of days or every, and I was looking chill and, just doing my thing. But no one really knew that like I had to post those videos because it did some sort of healing in me.
Yeah, it just helps, also like helps you. And the hard thing, I was actually going to say that to you, like, because your work is like forward face, like you have to be on camera, you have to be in front of people, so it's like people are assuming like they see what you post and they kind of like, this is how they see you, if that makes sense.
Facts,
so it's like you actually are a whole person behind the camera, like you've got all these
real
experiences,
feelings, guys.
All these things are happening, and it's like, I might be happy and I might be posting this because I have to, or because like it's making me feel good or whatever, but you don't know what I'm dealing with.
Facts.
And I think even with I had this conversation with someone yesterday about like the way that I might talk about a situation, whether it be like relationships or dating, which is what we talk about a lot here. And then people will take a small amount, like, that's how Wintana is. That's her opinion on this. That's how she moves in friendships, or like, this is how she sees the world. And it's like, no, I'm like, this is a 1 hour podcast, guys.
And you just took that 1 second, that little tiny
bit. And I'm like, if you sat down with me, like, there's a whole reason to the way I think. But I feel like people will always take something that they see and run with it.
And they don't want to do any further information to check.
They don't.
I've experienced that in a sense of, so obviously on my content, I'm very giggly, bubbly. Yeah. But in real life, I'm a shy babe. Yeah. Like,
you know what though? I think now because we're warm around and we've warmed up to each other. That's why I'm like, but I get what you're saying. You are a little bit more shy.
Give me a couple minutes. Yeah. Preferably 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Let me
warm up.
Let me warm up, and then you will find the real giggly me. So I've been there. I think I was talking to someone for not even 60 seconds, and she was just like, "Oh, you're a little bit different to your social media." I'm like, "What do you mean?" You're like, just a little bit, you're not as hype as you usually are. I'm like, do you think I'm a clown just laughing every day? Just give me a break.
Also, this is me by myself recording this and posting this and editing this. I'm going to be,
You know how many times people be like, Nyapal, like, you're so confident. Like, you always film all this stuff. It's just me and my four walls. Yeah. There's no one there.
No.
I'm screaming. Everyone's asleep. There's no one there.
So the confidence thing, because me, I feel like I'm shy. But people
really?
That's what I'm saying. People always say that to me. But I'm like, inside, I'm like, I have to talk to this person. You know what I mean? I get so like, until I catch a vibe or understand the person or warm up, I get awkward. And people are like, but you're so confident. I'm like, I don't know. I feel but you're experiencing something different inside. Like, you don't know what I'm going through inside, guys. It's chaos in here.
Facts. I think it helps when if you're in an environment like that and someone who matches the same vibe as you, it's super easy to connect.
Yeah.
But if it's someone where it's like, I have to warm up and then warm you up so we can be warm together, chill.
I hate that's a lot of work now.
Where's the door?
Yeah.
That's usually where I'm at. You will find me sitting, scrolling on my phone on nothing. I promise you I'm on notes just scrolling.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say.
I don't want to talk.
Just looking at it.
I hear
because
it.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared.
I get it. It's too much effort. It's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. But let's talk Amari Gala.
Amari Gala.
Guys, we just came back from the gala. That was yesterday.
Literally.
As you can, I don't know if you can tell, but both our hairs are done.
Done.
My hair's looking a bit like post events. You know what I mean?
Because we had a time.
We had a time, okay? Princess Tiana.
Yeah.
You
How did
came.
you know?
What do you mean? I saw you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you just looked stunning. Basically, where I was sat, I couldn't see. I was on the side, so I couldn't see
at the front.
At the literally at the front on the side. So the only time I was bumping into people was if you were in my section, or if we were walking and we saw each other. So I bumped into you at the photo thing. You look so beautiful. You literally look like a princess. First of all, let's talk about the gala itself.
Okay.
Tell me Amari Gala didn't step. Did you go last year?
No, I didn't. This is my first Amara Gala.
Sis.
And they ate down.
They
Like,
ate down.
can I make a deposit for next year? Because I'm there already.
ASAP.
Quick.
If you missed out this year, guys, I'm telling you, you thought last year was a lack.
good this year.
This year was like, I felt like I was in a castle. You walk in, the venue was just glam.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's like, wow, what everyone was wearing just fit. It was like
everyone came correct.
It was like the venue was styled for us.
Yeah.
Because they had to match our vibe because we came with a different vibe. We ate.
Everybody ate. And I knew, do you know when I clocked that this is actually not going to be a joke, like we need to come correct? I was, because I'm like, yeah, Amari Gala's come, whatever. Like, let me look at what's online. Let me and then I'm like, no, something I need to show out somehow, whether it be like a dress or the hair, the jewelry. Like,
and you did.
Period.
And
you did too, sis. Yeah. I was like, let me come correct because the way that people were showing out was like we were seeing like it was very much like
I was accidentally
gala.
stepping on people's dresses because Trails was there.
Yeah.
Loved it.
People had tiaras, people had headpieces.
Did you see that one gold head? Oh,
and she had she was bold and she had
I'm glad she won because
Mandy, shout out to Mandy. She ate. Who was your favorite look?
I'll say Mandy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let me think of a male's one.
Noah. I'm going to say Noah.
Noah
DaCosta with the white suit.
I don't think I saw him.
Let me I actually have it because I was recording everybody. He wasn't a nominee, but I was like, okay, white suit.
Let me see.
I was recording everyone thing and look at this.
Oh,
it was just clean,
I saw.
fresh.
He was the photographer, was he not?
I think he was doing content as well.
That was clean.
It was clean.
I've never seen a full white suit that was clean like that. Yeah,
because sometimes I see the white suit and it's like it kind of missed.
But also he was very confident to wear white.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I entered, there's something on it already.
I said black. I said Licia black. We're gonna do black. But your outfit was stunning, beautiful.
Thank you. You know, it was a mission to get there.
Really?
Let me tell you, girl.
Tell me.
So
you said, give me the tea.
No, because it was a lot. So obviously, I got told almost like, okay, maybe 2 months, because it was when I got told it was like a month after when Amari's gonna happen.
Okay.
So would it be 2 months now?
A month before Amari's
before, yeah. Anyway, whatever the calculation is.
Yeah.
I was told, obviously, you got nominated. Yeah. And obviously, it was at the time when I was grieving. So that was the perfect thing for me. I was like, oh my God, this is the highlight of the day, the month, everything. Yeah. So I was so looking forward to it. I was already preparing, already booked with UD hair. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all the winners of the gala, by the way.
And they ate.
Everybody ate.
And they ate.
Yep.
I already booked in with her, and then I messaged a brand who was supposed to style me. Everything was perfect until I got a dress that didn't fit me.
Oh.
But was my size.
Oh.
So...
And what does that mean? It was your size but didn't fit you?
Exactly. What does that mean? So... And so, like, there was a lot of, like... Me and the brand have good communication. I think maybe they just need to be more specific about the detailing of the dress.
Yeah.
Because it said stretch, it had a stretch factor.
Okay.
There was no stretch in that.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I hate that.
That's what got me off guard. Because if you just kept it real, I would have known, not this one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I got this dress, and then there was some complications with like shipping. So it came literally a week before Amara. Why did I try it on? And as soon as the delivery man gave it to me like this, I locked the door. I didn't even go to my room. I tried it on at the front. You know what?
That is so real because I do that.
There's no time.
I get a package sometimes. Why am I at the lift opening it?
Nah, there's no time.
Yeah.
Amara is next week. There's no time. Luckily, it was just me and my mom home.
Yeah.
Whipped it off, bro. Tried it on.
That would have stressed me
You
out.
know how much of a difference it was? 20 centimeters off from the zips connecting.
20 centimeters is a lot.
Yes, sister. Yes, sister. Yeah. So anyway, I was just like, nah. I know there's some good seamstress somewhere here. So that's when I posted on my Instagram, and I was looking on TikTok and I found someone, a lovely, lovely lady in like Turak. I drove there, mind you, that was a mission and a half to drive there anyway. I convinced her because it was the day before Good Friday, which means no one is coming back until Tuesday, and you're going to fix...
Tuesday, even if you're... that I don't know what it is about Good Friday. Good Friday hits, it's like everyone's gone for a week.
5 days, you know that? If you want to include the weekend.
Yeah. And then the Friday on the next
People
day,
only
Anzac
work
Day.
Yeah.
We're just... it's like 2 weeks off.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it came at the wrong time. That's what I felt like. Tell me why I begged the girl on the phone, the lady. She's very sweet. She said, okay, bring it right now.
Yeah.
I got there immediately. I put it on, and I had faith that maybe she could put some fabric, alter it to put, something.
Something.
She looked at me and she said, babe, the only way this outfit can fit you is if you're a completely different size. It hurt my heart because she didn't lie. I just wanted to be Delulu. Help me. Help me.
I know exactly what you mean, though.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
I drove home crying, I swear to God. And you know what's worse? I went during peak, so it took me even longer to get home.
You need compensation now.
I did.
What the hell?
And
so what did you do? So you went and bought another dress.
So left the dress, and I was just like, God, no clue what I'm gonna do. It just hit Saturday today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No one is open. I had backup plans and I messaged them, but it was a designer. But like, I can't blame him because he has less than like 5 days.
Yeah.
I just went to sleep. That's all I did. And I woke up and I saw that Amari Gala had like those connects, with like the brands.
Yeah, the brands, yeah.
And I saw a hiring one.
Yeah.
I said, let me press that.
Yeah.
And I was
so you
looking
got off that.
and I saw the dress and I said, this is cute, but I don't know if it's my size.
Yeah.
And she said, this is your size. Come in. I came in on the Monday, which is technically still a public holiday.
Yeah.
God bless you. The dress fit like a glove.
And it looked so stunning.
It
looked stunning.
Everyone was just like, was
when
this
you said Princess
custom
Tiana, I
made?
said, yeah, that makes so much sense.
The feeling that I had was, I just wish it was a feeling that everyone had. Like, because it's such a struggle to go into a store. Like, I personally can't just go into like Fountain or Chadson
Yeah.
and be able to leave with a beautiful dress, like gown-wise, because they never have my size. So to be able to just walk into that, her place,
yeah.
she just put up the dress. The only issue we needed to have, which was actually no issue, was she just tightened the corset.
Period.
The girls were sitting right.
She made you look snatched.
She
made you
fit me
guys.
like a glove.
I'm gonna put a photo up. I'm gonna put a photo up because you looked. Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. I was editing my videos in the car. That's
Already,
how excited
yeah?
I am. Yesterday. For this week.
Oh, that would have stressed me out though.
I did.
That would have been like, too much to handle. But you were a nominee.
I was.
You were a nominee for Spotlight of the Year.
Time.
Period.
Yes.
So how did that feel?
When I got nominated, I was like, first I was just like, did they accidentally send this to me? But then I saw they wrote my name, so I said, nah, they knew who they were sending it to. I was excited because it was like, it's one thing to do something that you love, and then it's another thing for a whole community wanting to support you and like celebrate you. I was gassed. I was on it already from the like being nominated, and obviously if I won, that's an even higher feeling. But I feel great anyway. Yeah. Obviously I didn't like win the
gala, the award.
Win the award.
Yeah.
Like Mohammed got it. Congratulations to him.
Samurai.
100%,
yeah. He's been killing it too.
I had no hard feelings at all because I was just so happy to be in a space that was created for us. So many success in the room. I was just, everyone looked good. I look good.
Everybody, and that's what I was loving about it. Like, regardless of that, even that, like, you deserved like even the nomination. Let's talk about that because honestly, I feel like you've been on your grind. I feel like you just continue to like just show up. You're so consistent, and I love that.
And you know what's crazy? It's very easy. I just realized it's really easy to forget how much you've done.
Yes, when you're doing it day to day, right?
So when I got that message being like you got nominated, I said, wow, yeah.
And I
Keep doing it.
I love, this is why we said this last year when we were talking about Amari Gala, and this year I'm like, we really don't, it's like once a year you get to see everybody.
Yeah.
You get to meet people you don't know.
Yes.
It's like black people in the room. Everybody's looking amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And it's just like, it's like top tier too. Like this is not just some like community
It's
event.
always
This
quality.
is like quality, guys.
Yeah.
The food is great.
It was.
The people are just having a good time. Everybody's
Music
looking
was great. Like,
and we get to celebrate us being black, being excellent, being just amazing.
especially living in a world, actually, because it's not even a society, it's the whole world thing where people are very harsh towards people of color, or so it was just amazing to have that one event for us.
And that's why I want to say, like, obviously big shout out to the Amari team, because you guys really showed out for everyone, and it doesn't go unnoticed. It's so appreciated, and like just it's so needed for us to feel like, I know people now are looking at it and being like, I want to win an Amari, or I want to work towards this. This is the once
Amari
in a year where I'm like, yep.
It's literally changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally changing people's life. Like, I can only imagine what's going to happen next year. The next nominees.
I'm thinking 5 years ahead where this is going to be. And I'm just like, this is like our version of like
the Met Gala. Yeah.
Met Gala. They've got what do they have in the UK? They've got like MOBO Awards. They've got like something else. They've got another one.
But do they have Amari?
They don't have Amari.
Right.
We have Amari here in Australia.
Amari. Found it here.
Shout out to them. Let's talk about you, sis. Let's talk about you, because like I was saying before, you're obviously a model. You do your content. You were in New York.
Yes.
You're signed to an agency.
Yes.
And I love it. Like, I love to see the representation, obviously. But how has that life been for you?
Woo.
And how did it get started?
Okay, so it started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 years in June, but it's 2025, so it's 3 years already.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it literally just started when I was sitting on I was getting my makeup done by Coco Complexion.
Yeah.
And I was just a model for her, and she was just like, Nyapal, like, you should really be a model. And I said, yeah, girl, like, I love that.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to put myself into a space that doesn't want me, and it's going to require me to change into someone that's not me just so it fits their value. Hey, no way.
Yeah.
So I was just like to her, like, that, nah, I don't know about that. And then she was just like, so she's originally from Perth.
Yeah.
So she has a mutual friend from Perth who is signed with my agent.
Okay.
And she was showing me her page. She was just like, girl, like, she's been doing all these amazing things, just traveling out of Perth everywhere.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, bet, like, noted, I will think about that.
Yeah.
And mind you, during this time, it was my last year of uni.
Yeah.
So getting my degree. So I was just like, let me just submit. If it works, God is great,
Yeah.
Amazing. If it doesn't work, I'm chilling because I have my degree that I'll have soon. So I just submitted like that night, did whatever I needed to do, like take the digitals, which were not great at all. Let me tell you, I think no one was home. My tripod was broken. I'm pretty sure one of the photos was even angled, but they needed to see the purpose, the vision.
Yeah.
I took the photo, I submitted it. And then not even like 24 hours later, I got a message from Nikki, who's the CEO.
Wow.
And she DM'd me, and it came with my request. So I just thought it was one of those weird like scammer things.
Yeah.
Because she just said, hey, darling, check your emails. What do you mean by that one? Like, what do you actually mean by that? And then I pressed on her account, and then it said CEO Every. I said, yeah.
That was meant to happen for you.
Yeah, girl.
That was meant to happen.
I checked my email. We set a meeting. We had a great meeting, signed the contract the week after I had a casting for Sports Girl.
Wow.
Campaign. And then I think it was like a week after that, did the campaign. A month later, like a couple weeks later, it launched. And then from there, I've just been...
Wait, sis, that was so seamless for you.
I blinked my eyes. It was finished. Like, it just...
What?
Yeah.
And then from there, did you start doing content online more, or was it you were doing it already?
So I was already doing it. Like, I wouldn't even say content. I just loved filming.
Yeah.
Like, there's some videos I had to remove because I've been filming since year 7.
Yeah.
Yapping about nothing. I just loved recording every single moment, putting it together, making it into a montage, or like just like a chit chat, get ready with me, even though it was
random
you
stuff.
I
love
want
that.
to see my year 7.
I want to see that.
I'm scared of me, but I love how confident I was because that's like the fundamental of how I got here.
Yeah.
And so I was already doing that, and then it just became so much better when I found out that I can make money from it and get free things.
Period.
What? Sign me
You're like,
out.
this is for me.
Me.
Yeah.
It's good, bro. That year, the amount of parcels that were coming to my house, my mom thought I was maybe even scamming or something because I've never received so many parcels, like doing like collaborations and just even gifting sometimes. And from there, doors were just opening into like becoming a content creator now, because that was like, I guess
that was like the next step.
Yeah. And then modeling was just amazing, doing so many campaigns. And then that led from me getting like found by a New York agency. But she
That's
found
what I was
me.
gonna say next, because you're not just signed to Melbourne.
I'm signed to New York and London.
Period. Guys, she's international, and I love it. Tell me about how that happened.
So it was actually within my first year. So my first year, I was I had like so many campaigns and e-coms, and a New York agency found me through obviously Nikki, who was posting like my shoots, and then also on the Every page.
Okay.
And she literally sent me the screenshot of the conversation they had, and she was literally saying like, I want this girl, I need this girl, like, who is she? Like, I need her to come to New York, like, she's gonna be so amazing here.
So you can sign to two different like agencies from different you can sign to agencies from different countries.
So Every is my mother agent, so they are the people who I first signed with, like, those are my people.
Yeah.
If like an agent wants to sign me from, let's just say, Brazil or something, they will have to contact my agent, do something like Being Connect, and then like anything, any work, any huge things that I do with them has to go through my agent as confirmation.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm just with them,
Yeah.
which helps me a lot, because when I was in New York, like I had a lot of like issues with, for example, paying USD.
Yeah.
So my bank every day was saying fraud because I'm using my credit card every day, and it's not, and it's giving like, so it was blocking me. And I remember I just did like a runway coach, and I needed to pay for obviously the work that I did, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But my account was blocked. So I literally messaged Nikki, and I'm like, girl, I have the money, is here, my account is blocked. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I felt overwhelmed because I briefly explained to my New York agency, like, I'm having issues. They're like, no worries, just you can send it tomorrow. Tomorrow is still not working.
Yeah. You know what's the worst when you're overseas and something like that happens?
But
yeah.
Luckily, I had my agent. I told her, she understood, because she was also living in the US for a while before she created her business, and she just spoke to them on my behalf, sorted it.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
really have someone watching over you,
and
managing
then
you.
she just like gave me all the information I needed to successfully like pay, and it worked. And that's why I love mother agents, because it's like anything that you, like if I went to New York just by myself, I feel like I would have struggled a lot.
Yeah.
Because obviously I don't know the scene, I don't know what's going on, but my mother agent has given me all the information like this in a platter.
I love that for you.
So it's been great.
And I was talking to you off camera about like your time in New York.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, when you told me you were going there, that's it's one of my favorite cities. But also, it's equally a type of city that will just swallow you up.
It will overwhelm
it's
you.
so
Yeah.
overwhelming. So how was it for you?
So first of all, I went during the winter time, which was crazy.
Yeah. Is it cold like Melbourne cold?
It's Melbourne is childish compared to them. Let me tell you that.
Really?
The way that it's cold over there, you have to just wear, as a Melbourne babe, I was wearing like 3 jumpers on top with a jacket. You'll be heated here in winter if I wore that.
But you know it's cold. Do you feel like it's cold here? It gets cold here?
I feel like with climate change, it has gotten colder.
Yeah.
But it's still not as cold as
Yeah.
that. Because I was slipping on black ice. Do we even know what that is
I don't
here
know
in
what
Melbourne?
that is. I don't
It's
know.
literally just like water that's on the ground, and then it's icy, and then it's slippery, like you're skating.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
on
But
just
it's
the on the footpath?
just everywhere, because it snows. So imagine I'm coming out of an Uber to go inside the house. Why did I slip?
You fell?
I gripped onto the man's collar and tell you. But there was things that fell everywhere in the snow. I was flabbergasted. It was cold.
Imagine, that would be my 13th reason. I'm sorry. Like on that day, if I'm by myself, I'm cold, I'm tired, I fell.
And you know, he looked, and first I apologized because I know some snow got in his car, the way I tried to save myself. And he just didn't even flinch or anything, because it's so normal over there. You slip, you fall, you get up, go about your day.
Did he help you?
No!
Okay. They're so ruthless there.
He just looked back
They're
at me
so
like
like...
this. Besides the cold, the industry is like so amazing. It's like so much like endless possibilities compared to here.
Yeah.
Wow. I did New York Fashion Week over there, which was insane.
Yeah. Period.
Bro.
How was that?
It was amazing. I was shocked because of how excited I was. Because like I said, I'm a very like shy, sometimes nervous person.
Yeah.
Especially coming into a new country, coming into an industry in a different place you haven't been in.
Yeah.
It was like so fun. I was just keen, like, give me the clothes, let me walk. I need these people to know my name. And they did.
And I love that you like, it's good that you're like, again, this is another thing we were talking about. Like, you need to get out of your box in
Yes.
Melbourne. I love Melbourne. I
do.
really do. But like, number one, it's one of those cities where it's like, it becomes overwhelming when you're like, this is just your hometown.
Facts.
And like, you're trying to make something out of yourself, and you're also trying to like
And you're too
balance life.
comfortable.
You're too comfortable. So you need to, I think everybody needs to, you need to step out
I agree.
to grow. So I love that you're doing that, because I think Melbourne will get you so far.
I
And I
agree.
think you'll still grow and you'll have everything. But I feel like going to explore New York, London, doing all that, sis, I see it for you.
Bro, you know, when I was out there, I was just looking, I was just like, this is my life now. Like,
yeah.
what do you mean I was casually just drinking my matcha in Times Square? What? Wait,
What?
bro, what?
I love that.
It was cold, but it had to be done.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool. And I can only imagine, like, going to London and just experiencing life over there, because living in Melbourne, I feel like people get very, very comfortable and conformed into how it is here. And
Yeah.
people don't really think ahead of, like, I can do so much more if I just went over here.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Melbourne, like before I went overseas, I went to Ethiopia at the start of the year. It was like, okay, I have the studio. And I was telling you about the studio.
Yeah.
I have the studio. How am I going to make the studio grow? How am I going to... And then I went overseas and I'm like, I never really wanted to have I never wanted... My goal was never to like have a space and
Yeah.
make that grow. Like my goal was for my own... like
Have your own
have my
space,
own and have my own content and make that a thing, like to be
Yes.
like hosting and podcasting and doing things like for my own like content, right? And to grow as like a brand in that way, but
Yeah,
not
facts.
a space.
Yeah.
So it completely switched, because I was here, I hadn't traveled for the year, I was just sitting here and I'm like, no sis, let's look back at the vision.
Yeah.
What are we trying to do?
Clock it.
Because it's just so like it's one of those cities, like I love it, but at the same time, I just have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah.
It swallows me up. It can swallow you up.
I think you said it really well. Like, when you're just here for a while, you start to do things that was never the plan.
It was never the plan.
It was never the plan. Because I agree, when I was in New York, like, everything that I thought I wanted to do was just like, I'm here. That wasn't it. Like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm here. I can do that. But Melbourne does that for you. But I also think, like, wherever you're from can do that for you.
Yeah.
Whatever you
When
call
you're
home.
from that city, yeah, for sure. But no, I love that, and I'm excited to see where you go with everything.
Me too. Because I'm going with faith,
Yeah.
vibes, and jackets, because it's cold in my eye, and I'm just trying
Where to next?
We're going to go back to New York. And
Do you have dates?
Not yet.
Okay.
But we're working on it,
Okay.
because I just want to spend some time with my family, obviously,
Yeah.
get situated. But I am not even worried, because I know God got a plan for me, and when the time is right, it will happen. So
happen.
I'm just, why shall I stress when I can just give it to the big boss?
Yeah.
So that's me right now, just vibing, doing what I can right here. But I definitely do want to go back to New York, and I do want to go to London. London always rains. That's what's scaring me.
London is I love London. I did a year out in London, and then I was like,
year?
yeah, that's where like before the podcast started, I was in London. London has my heart, but it's one of those cities where I'm like, I don't know if I can live there permanently,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be in London in June. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to just be outside, see everybody.
Yeah.
Also just like, yeah, I'm excited to be in London. London, I'm
love
going to do a
that.
bit of Paris.
Because you can just take a train and be there.
That's the good thing about Europe.
Yes.
You could literally, if I lived there, I would be doing trips in like,
And if you didn't, I'd be judging because you're there.
yeah.
Make the
do
trip.
something with yourself.
Right.
Stand up. Honestly, do something. I hate people that say they don't travel. And I'm sorry to say this, I don't like you. The people that say I don't like traveling,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
never travel, we're not compatible.
I've never heard that in my life.
You've never,
That's
there are people that
scary.
are like, yeah, nah, not for me. Nah, not for me. Nah, I'm good with all that.
No,
I'm
I
like,
understand
what
if
do you mean
you-
you're good with it?
I understand if you're like, you say it because the flight is long, you know? I hate that.
I
It's the
I
flight
hate
bit.
flying too.
Yeah.
But I also
But when you're there, it was worth it.
yeah, it was it was all worth it.
That
Are you joking?
14-hour flight, yes.
That 24-hour flight sometimes.
That
What do you mean?
24-hour overlay sometimes, it was worth it, you know?
Because when you're there, it's like, who am I? I can be anyone I want to be.
What's your name? Cindy. Like, Where are you
Not
from?
Cindy.
New
Who am I-
Zealand.
who
They
would
would
I
never
be?
know.
They would never know.
And that's why
And
I
it's
love
just,
being
you
in
could
new
be
places.
mysterious. I'm not mysterious, but I can't.
You can act
I
because
try
they
to
will
be.
never know.
You don't know who I am until you see me outside, and then you know she's not a
And then,
mysterious girl. I told you, sis. I need to leave the function early
Quickly.
because I can't be mysterious.
Even start a stopwatch.
Yeah.
Start a time.
I think I need to do that. Like, I think I need to go and be like, Quintana, you know what? We might go to the after party. If we go to the after party, we're going to leave at this time.
good, but that will never work.
Yeah.
Let me tell you now for free.
Yeah.
That will never work because the after party is always going to be vibes. You look at the time and just press ignore.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's
So
2
just
a.m.
don't go to the after party.
So just
You need to know your limits. I need to know my limits.
you need to come with a friend who likes
Yeah.
her bed.
Yeah.
Because
I need to
after
do
the
that.
first hour there, she's going to be like, it's time to go home. By the second hour, she may be dragging you out, and that's what you need.
Yeah. I think I need that because I get like anxiety. Someone said it to me yesterday. I was like, what?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. So like hangover anxiety.
So like FOMO-ish.
No, babes. It's like at the end of the day, I wake up and I'm like, why did I say that? Like the drinks are flowing, you're having a good time, everybody's talking, and then I'm just yapping.
Just
I'm a yapper.
Yep.
All I do is talk.
Yep.
You will see me on the dance floor for a bit, then I'm yapping.
Yapping.
And it's like, why?
So you think you yap too much?
yap too much? I'm telling you stuff you don't need to know.
Okay.
And then I go home and I'm like,
Why did you say that?
Why now? Now what are you gonna
What
do?
did you say last
and
night?
you can, babe, I had a long list. All I was doing was talking, and it's like I need to learn how to reel it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that will take time because I'm also a yapper.
Yeah, but you go home early.
But it doesn't help because if I'm still yapping at the start of the night and I'm doing all the yapping I would have done at the after party, I still lost.
Yeah.
So,
we need to learn to not yap as much.
Yeah.
We need to learn to just reel it in.
but it's not my fault because I feel like I have an issue like when I vibe with someone, like just anyone, and they're actually
Yeah.
cool people, and you feel comfortable.
I just want to talk to you.
because you're so cool. Like, you
But
know,
it's like, yeah, I get it, but
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, man. It's one of those things. Who was it? Someone was like, you know, when you show someone a side of you that they don't need to see, their personality.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't deserve to see that yet.
like I never get into like personal stuff, but
Yeah.
just stuff that like, nah, chill, like.
Yeah, or my opinion about things, and I'm just
Yeah, like we need to be friends for at least 2 months,
Yeah.
3 months actually, before we can even get there. Because
But a night out with me will fast track that.
yeah,
So
Goodness
yeah, I need
gracious.
to know myself.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this. I wanted to talk to you about this thing that I saw online, and it was an influencer. Her name is Anna Ren.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so she is a like content creator, and she makes videos online just on like beauty, like conversation, like advice stuff. She's Ethiopian.
Okay.
And she's adopted too.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, she tells her story and everything. And so basically I came across a video where she was talking about how her ex-partner that she just broke up with leaked all the videos that she was sending him throughout their relationship. So obviously they're like probably like
Yeah,
nudes, this, all
personal
that
stuff.
personal
Yeah, yeah,
videos.
yeah.
And he not just leaked it, he also put it on OnlyFans.
So he's
And
getting money.
getting paid out of it
Jail.
immediately.
Is she filing anything?
'Cause
he needs
I
to be
think she's
locked up
dealing
and
with it.
throw
Yeah,
the
she's
keys
dealing
away.
with it. But yeah, and so there was all this stuff. Obviously, I saw that number one. I'm like, you literally sexually exploited your ex-girlfriend.
Yes,
Which
that's
is-
weird too.
And also scary. Like, can we talk about the fact that there are men out here like, you're supposed to be the person. I'm supposed to be the girl that you were in love with. How
But
do
you
you
did-
hate me that much
that you
to
did
now
that.
and go and exploit me?
You know what I think? I think depending on the breakup, you would hope it would be good. But I feel like after a breakup, there should be a contract signed that everything that you guys had needs to be deleted immediately
Yeah.
by Apple, whoever is the owner of that.
Because why do you
backup
have
is
that?
real. Yeah, because it's like obviously I believe that it's obviously something she trusted a man. She was comfortable with him. She loved him. Obviously,
She loved him. She's vulnerable enough to give you this.
and that's hard. Let me tell you that
It's very.
for this man, boy, actually, because that's childish behavior. For this boy to come and post it,
And make money
Money
off
out of
it? Yeah. I think it's a scary world.
it's very scary.
Because how am I supposed to, I just think for me, it's like, how are we supposed to be? And I think a lot of the conversations, girls were saying things like, this is a lesson, women.
Girls
like,
were saying that.
Girls were saying it too, which was so sad. And it's like, this is a lesson, like not to send your photos or not to do this. And I'm like, look, you know what I mean? I think when you're in a relationship, if you really are going to be with someone and you're trusting them, you're being vulnerable, it's like you do things that you think are safe with that person.
I think so. I agree.
You know what I mean? And it's like, this is a safe space. I shouldn't have to now be like
worried about something. And if you are worried, then you shouldn't be in that relationship anyway. She obviously wasn't aware of that. Yeah. She was violated by this man, basically.
Yeah. And I hate how it spins to like women needing to be more like careful or stop being so like promiscuous or this or that. And I'm like, how about them? Let's talk about the men and how they exploit their women.
And why is that the first thought to do after? You're sick.
You're scary.
He's been thinking about this.
Yeah.
He's had a motive.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Like he's already like there. Do you think that you can tell if someone's if someone would do that to you or not? Like, have you ever been in a situation or a relationship with someone and you're just like, okay, I feel like if the tables were to turn, like I couldn't trust you. Because I don't know if I could have a good read on that. If I decide to be with you and I fall in love with you.
Oh, I think if I decide to like fall in love with you, I think I wouldn't have seen that. Like, I would hope that's not it. Because I also don't know how I'd identify that. Like, because if I just peep something that's weird anyway. Yeah, DH, bro. Like, let's move on. It's not happening. So when I'm in a relationship now with someone and intentionally in it, I'm hoping that the same way we respectfully came in it, God forbid, I'm not even thinking about us breaking up. Let's not even think about toxic stuff right now. You know, like just keep it real. If it did get to that stage, I would hope that would be mature enough to move. But if someone did that to me, I don't know what I would do.
I have to burn your house. I have to do something. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, let's not promote violence. But if someone did that to me, I feel like I would just file we're going to the police. We're going to the law. Yeah, we're going. Actually, this is not going to be like a.
I need a sentence. Like, I will get the best lawyer I have to, because you not only did he just violate her, break her trust, now it's like the next relationship that she goes to, she's not going to be able to give her full self to this person because she fears for what the last person did. Like, and that's not okay.
It's not okay. And on top of that, it's like, I don't know, I think about it, I'm like, if that ever happened to me, like, I would feel so, God forbid.
Yes, the tongue's powerful, you know?
Violated. Like, this is my body. This is who I am. And what you've done is you've just gone and exposed that to everybody as if it's just like,
it's like a cartoon
I'm some sort
or something.
Yeah, or like just like an object. Like, I'm nothing that you can consider. Yeah. Any more than just like a woman. And not even a woman, just a thing. Because I feel like, how can you do that?
And it's not normal, by the way. It's not normal at all. Because no one just thinks of that, to just do that. Yeah. That's weird. Like, let's just say if my partner ever like sent me stuff like that, and then we broke up and I posted that, that's weird to me. That's very weird. And I think you have to be at the bottom of the barrel to really be doing stuff like that. But
the way it would look on you and the way it would look if a man did it, it would be like, she's weird.
Let's clock into that.
Why is she doing that?
Let's clock that.
But if a man, you would look crazy.
People would look crazy. Me even though it's not my picture.
Yeah, but if a man did it, it's like, oh, people are sending the photos around. It's the girl's fault. Yeah, I just think like, and the thing is, I am so like for me, it's like Anna Ren. It's like I fully like, I'm on your side in this situation.
Yeah, I feel for
her.
I
feel like, you know what it is? It's like, for some reason, sometimes I feel like the world does not prioritize protecting women at all. And it's like, we only get the most protection, especially as black women, from other black women. And we just need to like...
That triggered.
I don't know what it is. It's like, we need to just hold it down for each other, because I just feel like, in whatever way it is, like obviously you do things like this, but I just feel like it's actually very frustrating as to be a woman sometimes, and to be like, expecting men to follow suit. They're not going to, is what I'm seeing. I'm like, we keep saying, we got to give them the responsibility and stuff, but I just feel like they're not. I almost feel like the sad part it is on us to just like be extra mindful, because they're not going to look out for us. Yeah.
And that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Being mindful already is a lot of work. Now I have to be extra.
Yeah. Hey. There was a video that this guy posted, and he was, he's Habesha. Yeah, he's East African. And he was like, oh, because the man she dated was like, what was he from? I don't know what his nationality was. Okay. But she dated this guy, he wasn't East African. Okay. And he was like, this is why women, you need to date within your own race.
So I'm pretty sure we've all heard about the Anna Ren situation that's going on recently. Allegedly, her ex-boyfriend, according to her, has leaked her nudes. that she sent him when they were in a relationship together. And the biggest takeaway from that is obviously, listen, be mindful of what you send to people. Preferably don't send anything to anyone. But a bigger takeaway that I got personally, right, is Habesha men. The amount of slander that Habesha men receive, Habesha women will say, oh, Habesha men are trash, Habesha men are this, da. The guy that done this was not Habesha. A lot of girls, in their mind, they think for some reason, if they date outside the race, they will not be susceptible to any BS. No. That's where you're most vulnerable. When you date outside the race. I'm not saying don't date outside the race. I'm not saying this is what's happened with her. From what I've seen, she's never slandered Habesha men, right? She clearly genuinely cared about this guy. It wasn't, just to spite Habesha men like what a lot of these hateful Habesha women be doing, right? But even this sweet soul, look at it. Look how sweet this girl looks, man. Like, she's just innocent. The eyebrows filled and just like perfectly laid. Like, these are the type of girls I fall for, because like they trying their hardest, and I'm praying that she recovers from this shit. Understand the biggest takeaway, like, just please stop slandering Habesha men.
That is a comment that needs to be thrown in the bin, because regardless,
Because he said men from your own culture will never do this to you.
they'll do it worse. I think that comment is unfair, because I don't want to generalize all men, but most men are the same. Like, in the sense of, it doesn't matter which ethnicity you go into, that man might treat you just as bad as a man from South Sudan, or a Habesha man. Like, it doesn't really matter. I just think the behavior is there.
That's what, and I was gonna say that. I'm like, I don't think it comes down to where you're from. I think the reason why like Habesha girls will say, oh, I can't be with an Habesha guy, or like Sudanese girls might be like, I can't be with a Sudanese man, is because they've had those experiences firsthand,
Their own
time and time again.
yes.
So for us, it's not coming from like, oh, ew, I wouldn't date you. It comes from my experience, my girl's experience, That's where it's coming from. So that's why we rule you out. But not to say I rule them out, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be anti, I love you guys.
Yeah, like hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses always. But I think it comes down to the character of the man. At the end of the day,
that's what it is, the character of the man.
Because there have been some East African guys that have dated East African girls that have done the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. You wouldn't even think your own enemy would do that to you.
Wow.
So it's like, it has nothing to do with where you're from.
Yeah, ethnicity,
that you will be, he said something about, because they have like the respect for you, that they would never go and do something like that. Incorrect, invalid comment.
Yes.
I think it just comes down to he's a piece of shit.
And he has a really bad character trait.
Bad, horrible character. And so he's going to do that. So another guy from my culture that has the same character as him is going to do that.
Absolutely.
It comes down to the man and the type of person that you, or even just the type of person you are. Like having basic respect.
Your morals, your values.
Your morals and your values.
All need to align.
Integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I was like, that's a crazy comment. So, and then he went on to say, wow, look at her, just look at her.
Yeah, they didn't even finish.
He was going on about how these men just objectify, they do this, all they care about is this. And then at the end of the video, you're like,
Talk about
look at
her
this girl,
eyebrows.
she's sweet, innocent girl. Look at her eyebrows. What?
What if her eyebrows wasn't sweet? Does that mean she's not sweet now?
Yeah.
What did that have to do with the video?
I think that comes down to, again, because you just see women as a thing. Just a little
toy.
Yeah.
Something you can play with,
not
and
as
toss
an actual
around.
whole person.
Yeah.
With
Clock it. That video needs to be reported, personally.
Yeah.
I think so.
Reported? Reported, yeah.
It needs to be deleted by
that
TikTok
guy, he says,
now.
yeah, I don't know. I just think, we need to be more. I think the message should be to the men. Instead of to her talking about dating within your race, it should be to talk to your boys about how you move with women.
I agree.
So anyway, that was a very scary situation.
I'm wishing the girl the best, because she deserves justice, for sure.
Justice for Anna Ren, honestly.
Bad.
So we're going to go into our last segment of the episode. This is our dilemma segment. Every week we get listeners send in dilemmas.
Okay.
So this one starts off with, and this is, let's go.
What does it say?
The dilemma says, why are Melbourne men approach-phobic?
Approach-phobic.
I see you in my stories, watching 2 seconds after I post. You like all of them, react to all of them sometimes, but never approach me in real life. We are 27. Enough is enough.
Sister, I'm still trying to investigate that. It's an ongoing investigated. It's been submitted
It's been submitted?
to the court.
How many times has it been submitted? Because I think it needs to be submitted. How many? We need to continue to submit.
Because guys, from my heart, that's a genuine question. Like, why are they like? What did she say? Not
She says approach-phobic.
Yep.
They have a phobia of being approaching.
like-
Do you think it's a Melbourne man thing?
Okay, based on my experience, I want to say yes because when I was in New York, I had no issue with that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had no issue with that. People are chasing after you to come let you know how beautiful you
Yeah.
are. Approach you, try to get your details and stuff like that. And if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, they go about their day.
And they're very direct. I'm
Right.
trying to talk to you. I'm trying to take you out.
Today,
Yeah. What do you want to do?
come on.
Yeah.
I like that.
Give me your number. And it's a yes or no.
Yes, and based on like my experience, like I said, the men that have tried that, if I said no, they respected and went about the day, which I like. But here, I just come to the conclusion that they have to be intimidated in them. I think they're afraid of rejection.
Yeah. I think so too. And also
has to be.
being intimidated, I think, is real as well. I don't know what it is, because they will hold that drink and look at you.
I think
and
that's what
watch
makes
you.
it worse. You're watching me.
You've been watching
may
me
as
all
well
night, and
try
I
to
can
speak.
I can feel it burning. I can feel my
Yeah.
face, the side of my face.
Yeah.
You're just staring at me.
Yeah. It's one thing if he was watching and you didn't know. You would
No.
never know. But you most likely know. He's there, not doing anything. Shall I come to you?
What now though?
Because
I think the Melbourne men, I think collectively, guys, you need to just do like, and the thing is, I love our city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love the people here.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think
facts.
collectively, like they need to a little bit, like
Yeah.
level up the game a little bit.
please.
From
like,
talking, I think you're right, they get scared, but they don't realize that women actually want them to approach.
So, okay. So now that it goes into, do we have to open up a certain way to let them know that we want to be approached? Or
But I feel like they need to know. I think they need to
Yeah.
just they need to just try it.
guys, you only live once. Come on.
Yeah.
Come talk to me.
And come correct. Don't come on some like you.
And don't call me shorty.
Oh my God. And don't tell me like my your energy. I know your energy. You and your energy is just gonna no.
I would say, tell me, what's my energy?
What is my energy?
Speechless.
That's what I said.
He would be speechless because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
That line hasn't gone in him anywhere. Let me tell you that.
What's the craziest line you've had someone say to you?
I feel like I've experienced that. What is it? What she said?
Babe, it's not even a word, her one.
I know, but-
approach-phobic.
Approach-phobic, because
They don't approach you.
in a sense of some do, but listen,
I think it's an
Respectfully.
intimidation thing too. I feel like people will see, okay, she's doing this, she's doing that.
Yeah.
Like she would need me to come. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're like,
Yeah.
okay, I can't just approach her and not have anything. And I think sometimes they see that when they see a woman that's doing a lot or like very confident in herself,
yeah.
they cannot handle that.
I've had someone who approached me based on what I do, try to spin it in a way so then they can like talk to me.
Ah.
It was creative, but like how many times? Like,
What do you mean? Like they were talking about like content or something?
Yeah, so for example, a video that I posted, he came and took that and was like, oh, I saw this, da 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 da. And then from there it progressed.
Okay, that's good.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But what now?
Oh yeah. Now you have
Because
to carry
you've had it-
now he has to carry.
And actually stand on business because you came for one purpose.
Yeah.
You got the purpose, right?
Yeah.
Then you flop it. I've experienced that where someone has actually like come to generally talk to me. You know, they're actually sick. Like I could see they're cool peoples, gave them whatever details we need to give. And then they literally absolutely flopped it. Like they were just rubbish on text. There was no purpose being
No
made.
calling?
It should have been calling. No calling, organizing things, and then expecting me to be like, oh, we still doing this? You asked me.
No.
I-
No. Why are we following up? Why am I following up?
On something you asked.
Planned. Why am I following up?
Because you know what it was? I was really sitting here chilling, and then you came,
Yeah.
and I allowed it, you know? We were vibing.
It's cause
And then you're going to want me to chase you.
Melbourne,
That was weird.
they need to stand up. They need to collectively stop doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And my friend actually was saying this to me. He's a guy, and he's like, I just feel like there's not a lot of like, there's no expectation for them. So they're lazy because of that.
What does he mean by that?
He's saying like, I just don't think the standard is that high.
In Melbourne?
Yeah. And
Where
so
is
they
he
can-
looking? What does that mean?
So like I think what he's saying is that like, not to say that the women aren't high. I think he's just saying that like the culture or the way people have been moving has just always kind of been this way. So because, you know what I mean? I think they're just like, it's just easy for them to just be able to continue to be bare minimum and people be okay with that. Because no one else is really stepping up. So if all of them are doing that,
why
then
would someone be courageous enough to step up? Facts.
Maybe there are a few, but there aren't many.
Yeah, they're hiding. Wherever you are.
Find us.
Today.
Yeah.
Thank you for
We'll be back again on another episode.
Yeah. Need that.
But sis, honestly, I feel the same way. We're also in the same boat as you. It's a struggle out here.
Yes.
For anybody else that wants to send in your dilemmas, you guys can do so by sending them through the links in our bio on all our social platforms.
Period.
Nyapal. It has been a time, sis.
A time has
I
been
love
had.
kicking with you.
Me too.
Can you come back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you before, there's a few people that I'm like, we need to be seasoned guests.
Yes.
You need to be one of them. Did you?
Yes.
Okay,
Remember
good.
when I was telling you before, like group setting wise, when there's multiple people, I tend to just close or shut down.
But one-on-one?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I love this. I've been giggling since when I arrived in this room, when I entered.
Facts, we have been. We've been tweeting. Yeah, guys, we had a whole podcast before we actually got on the podcast.
And then we had to remember, wait, turn on the cameras.
Yeah, we need to turn the cameras on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sis, let the people know where they can find you, where they can follow you and stay up to date. Because they need to.
They need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, simply Nyapal, so SIMPLYNYAPAL. And that's pretty much it. Where you find my name is, you'll find the rest.
You'll find everything. I'm going to put it all in the show notes as well, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys again next week.
Yeah.
Bye.